Hi guys, welcome back to the animation series. We're working on episode 3 today. So the first thing you really want to do is, since we're leaving off from the last video, you want to go to File, Save as a Copy. You'll be left with Animation Episode 2. Rename it to Animation Episode 3. Again, this is a really good idea to refer back to the old videos and the old episodes. So where we left off last time was we have this tiny piece of script in the city bus sprite. We have this piece of script in the backdrop 1 sprite and an exact duplicate in the backdrop 2, except there are differences. And how it goes right now is there's a scrolling background, and we have this one stage equipped just in case of some bugs that we encountered in the previous video. So what we're going to be doing today is, well, something I like to call variable timers. What this does is, in some areas of time, in some situations when one of the backdrops goes to the end and back to the other side, we're going to change a variable by any amount we wish, and we will activate different events according to that variable. So, to start off with the video, what you want to do is go to variables, make sure you're in the backdrop 1 sprite, make a variable, and name it timer 1 for all sprites. Okay? And show it so you can see it up here. Now what you want to do is, remember this if statement we use to make it so if one of the backdrops make it to the edge, it'll go back to the beginning. Yeah, we're basically going to make it so every time that happens, it'll change this timer variable by 1. So what you want to do is go into control, grab an if then statement and put it under the first if then statement, which is if position equals -465. And now what you want to do is go to variable, grab this timer 1 block, go to operators, grab an equals operator and put in the if then statement, drag the timer 1 and put in the first slot of the equals operator, and this second one determines how many times it needs to scroll around. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to 3. Now, for what we're going to do is we're going to have to control all of these sprites using this one if statement. And we don't want to keep on going into all of these places just to put this one script in here. We're going to use an event. Broadcast. We're going to take a broadcast block. And since message 1 doesn't exactly fit it, we're going to do broadcast nighttime. Because what we're going to do is make it so that it'll become nighttime every time when 3 of these screens have moved by. And the first thing you want to do is, still in the backdrop 1 sprite, when I receive, we want to drag a when I receive block from the events, set it to when I receive nighttime through the drop down, get a forever loop, put it under the when I receive nighttime, go to looks, and grab a set color effect to 0, and click on the drop down of the color and set it to ghost, and set ghost effect to 50. So it'll, no wait, not ghost effect, I mean brightness, and set it to -50. So what this does, it'll darken down the entire backdrop and everything else. Well, not just yet. What we need to do is drag it into the city bus, drag it into the backdrop too, and drag it into the actual stage itself. Making sure you don't accidentally throw it away, because that sometimes can happen. So if you click into all of these sprites and the stage itself, you'll see they'll all have the exact same script, which is really good. So when nighttime comes, if we change the screen all of a sudden, the person who's watching the animation may just probably get freaked out about how it changed all of a sudden. So we're going to paint another sprite and select the text button, and type in, well, whatever you want, but I'm going to type in nighttime. And once that's done, we drag it to the middle. You might have your default scratch purple, but set it to white, as that is the most seeable color in this time. So basically, if you want to see what happens, just right now the nighttime doesn't do anything, but ignore that for a minute. So you see the timer is changing very slowly. If you want, you can just click this, and you see everything turns completely dark. And it goes on as normal infinitely, which we're also going to fix in this video. We're going to stop it and keep this change timer 1 variable by 1 right here just in case. And we're going to go to events. We're in the nighttime sprite and get a when green flag clicked. Or just in case, I'm going to name the sprite nighttime. There. Now when green flag clicked, go to control, grab a forever loop, grab an if then statement, put it inside of the forever loop, go to variables, grab one of these timer 1 variable blocks, go to operators, grab an equals operator and put it inside of the if then statement, put the timer 1 in the first slot, and see if it equals 3, which is the original one we put in here, if timer 1 equals 3. Then what we want to do is go to looks, grab a show block, put it in here. We want to go to control, grab a wait 1 seconds block. Feel free to change this up, but I'm going to keep it as 1 seconds. Go to looks and grab a change color effect by 25 block. And we don't want to just make it abruptly disappear. If that's what you want, you can do it. Go to control, grab a repeat 10 block and put it under the wait 1 seconds. And put in a change color effect by 25. And this time set it to ghost effect and set this to 10. And if you want it to slow down, because right now, if we start it, it still shows. If you want that to, well, it's gonna take some time. We are gonna find a way to make it disappear. Oh wait, I almost forgot. When green, go back to the city bus sprite, and right under the when green flag clicked, set timer 1 to 0. So now, if I start the project, I'll just use this to click to speed it up. See, it goes out very fast. If you don't want it to disappear that fast, go to control, grab a wait 1 seconds block, and also modify this, because 1 seconds may be too long. So what I would like to set it to is 0.001. It doesn't seem like much at all, but it is still a delay, which makes it slower. If I start the project now, click it, it disappears slower. because even that wait 0.001 seconds makes a little difference in it. And the easy way to fix it showing up anywhere else is grab all of the scripts and replace the if statement with an if else. Put all of the scripts back into the if, but in the else. Simple. We just go to looks and hide. And also, if you want to, right after the repeat 10 still in the if area, put a hide block so just in case if anyone can see it, which they probably won't, just in case. And then after this, we want to make sure that this project doesn't go on forever. That's probably just going to be kind of annoying. So we're gonna go back to backdrop 1. Remember the if timer 1 equals 3? Right click on it, duplicate it, and put it under the if timer 1 equals 3. Set the if timer equals into 6. And instead of broadcasting nighttime, we'll make a new message that is called stop all. And once that has been broadcasted, we'll go to events. When I receive nighttime and set it to stop all. What you want to do is go to control, grab a stop all block and change it to stop other scripts in Sprite. And what you want to do is pretty much drag it to every other sprite, including the stage, and go to city bus. The reason we're doing in the city bus because we also don't want it to abruptly stop like that. So what we're going to do is we're going to leave this. It's okay. But then we're going to want to go to control again. If you are still in there, grab a wait 1 seconds block and go to looks, and grab a say block. You can also change this up, but I'm just going to write in we have arrived. Have a great night. And again, you can modify how long it says it, but yeah, it's whatever you wish. So now, if you want to see what will happen, because the timer variable's going kind of crazy there, because in this time I've been talking, it's already at 67 and counting. So we're gonna start the project. Everything's bright again and stuff like that. I'll click this just in case, nighttime, and watch, everything stops. We have arrived, have a great night. And the project has stopped there. So this is all we're gonna do for this video. Again, you can make different timer variables to show different events happening, and you can have different events happening all together. Just make sure you use a broadcast, or if you're able to find another way to do it, that would also be great, because sometimes it's unreliable to only use a when I receive or a broadcast. So that is all for the video. Make sure to hide the timer 1, otherwise it's going to be kind of weird. But that's pretty much all for the video. If you've enjoyed what we have done so far in this animation series, please do like and subscribe, because it doesn't take much time and it does help a lot. See ya.